unnecessary vlog.
It is October 1st. My surgery is on the 7th. The nurse contacted me and she went over all the stuff with me, all the information. It was a lot. And so she emailed it to me so that I could keep it. So I actually printed them out, printed all the paperwork that she gave me out. And I have it pinned up in my bathroom because a lot of it is like instructions on like day one, I take this particular medicine and then I have to put this particular eye cream on in the morning, but then another different eye cream or different cream thing at night, and all sorts of different instructions for different days. So I have to pick up my prescriptions tomorrow. There's a couple for antibiotics so that I don't have to worry about like getting an infection. I needed to start taking those a couple days before the surgery. And then there's also they give you a Valium. That's cool. So I get to take a Valium that evening. So I'm gonna sleep like a rock. And then I get to take a Valium right before the surgery procedure. And they also recommended that I get 2 vitamins. I can't remember the names of them, but they're supposed to help with reduce the bruising and reduce the swelling so that you can heal kind of quicker. And she swears by them. She says a lot of clients have used it and it helps keep the bruising to a minimum and stuff. So I don't know. I bought them off Amazon. They're supposed to be coming in tomorrow. We'll see. I'll let you know. I mean, not that I would really have anything to compare it to, but but you know, I mean, we'll see like how bad my bruising is. I'll take the vitamins and everything like I'm supposed to. We'll see what happens. Oh, so the day of the surgery, they are going to give me a care package of all different types of skincare things that I'm supposed to use. And she kept on going on and on about how like these are like the high end, the best of the best, like skincare products, you know. And all I'm thinking is $, $. And I was scared, you know, like high end, like nice skincare products. What, like, how much is this going to cost me? But it's not going to cost me anything. That is a part of the package that I already prepaid for the whole surgery. So that's a free thing that they're going to give me. And it's got, let me tell you what type of stuff it's got in it. It's got some sort of like vitamin C, E cream, a Hydra Balm. There's a cleanser, a specific sunscreen, and then there's this for my upper lids, there's a special cream for where the incisions go. And then there's specific instructions on how to use these products and when to use these products. So it's very specific. Oh, you know what I just thought about? I need to get some sunglasses. I got like regular sunglasses, but I need to get like a big dark pair of sunglasses. Because I don't want to be walking around my house scaring my children and stuff. I mean, it is Halloween. I mean, not yet, but it's October. It's getting into the spooky season. So I guess if I go out in public with bloody stitches all over my face, people would just think it's a costume, maybe? I don't know. I mean, if you're going to get a surgery like that, this is the best month to do it, right? And then last but not least, I did want to kind of share with you guys, like why I feel like I need to get this done. Well, I mean, I don't, no one needs to get it done, but why I want to get this done on me. And I know that, like, I don't have to justify myself. I know that, but I'm sure some people out there are curious. Like, I mean, it's a reasonable question. Like, why are you doing this surgery? So I'll answer it. My normal eyes, like not what you're seeing now, because I've got my hair pulled back so tight. I like all of this is almost numb. That's how tight my hair is pulled back right now. I've got 3 different ponytail holders, like really tightly pulled back to keep everything up. But I just feel like my natural eyes don't reflect what I am on the inside. They like, my natural eyes are very sad and tired looking. Like, it looks like I'm more sad and tired all the time. If I didn't, of course, pull my hair back. But that's not what I am on the inside. Like, I am such a we all have bad days. I get like some anxiety issues. I've had some panic attacks recently, which is a story for another day. But we have bad times. But in general, I am a very positive. I'm a very happy and bubbly. Like Elle Woods from from Legally Blonde. Like that type of attitude. And my eyes just don't reflect that. Like, every time I would look in the mirror for years and years, as long as I can remember, I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, that's not me. I'm not sad and tired. I am so happy and like excited to be alive. So that's always like been a struggle with me. And one could argue like, well, you could just, can't you just accept that the way you are, because that was the way, God made you. And yes, that is true. But I mean, if you can, if you save up the money for it, which I did, like I don't have a lot of money to be like throwing around here and there, but I had to save up for this for a long time. So I don't want you thinking like, oh yeah, like I just spend $8,000 on my eyes. That's no big deal. Like it was a big deal. A lot of saving and stuff went on. But I feel like if I can make a couple tweaks to make the outside of my eyes look just as happy and excited and as positive and bubbly as I feel on the inside, then, why not? Why not, And yes, I could oh, you see Sadie. Hi, Sadie. She's making an appearance for the video. And yes, I could, in theory, just keep my hair pulled back all the time, like I have been doing for years, and that would be free. But it's so restricting, and I have constant headaches, and it's just so annoying. Like, I'm just over it. I just want to be able to leave my hair down and not have to deal with all the headaches all the time. And my hair loss. I've been losing a lot of hair because you're not supposed to pull your hair really tight all the time, because that can damage your hair really bad and you'll get a lot of breakage. And then also when I use the little rubber bands, when my hair looks down but it's not really down, I'll use little rubber bands. And they work great. They grip great, but to pull them out, like, it rips out so much chunks of my hair. And so my hair is going to look better. I'm not going to have any headaches. Like, so is that money well spent? In my opinion, yes, very much. But that's just for me, and that may not be for you, and that's fine. So that's basically the reason in a nutshell of why I'm getting this done. Okay, you guys, tomorrow morning is the surgery. Oh my gosh, I have been waiting for this for so long, you guys. Oh my goodness, like, I can't believe it's actually happening. I'm nervous for sure, but it's not nervous scared, it's nervous excited. Less than 24 hours away, you guys. So I went ahead and took my shower today. I really like doubly scrubbed my body because I wanted it to be like extra clean. Because it's surgery and took off all my mascara and stuff, and I made sure my hair is completely down. I didn't want to have it up and then have some of my skin pulled on accident, and then maybe they don't do the thing correctly. I want to make sure like my hair was completely down. And what was I else gonna say about that? I also got my sunglasses. I needed a pair of glasses that were very comfortable, that I could wear 24/7 in the house, outside the house, everywhere, and something big enough that would cover my whole eyes. That way, if I needed to go out in public, they would be kind of concealed, not only from the sun, because I'm not supposed to have any sort of sun exposure to them, but also, you know, from other people, you know, thinking like, oh my gosh, did she get beat up? You know? So these are not quite my regular style of glasses that I would wear if I was, you know, wanting to be out and about and looking stylish, but these are perfect for what I need them for. Them there. Yeah, so they're the perfect size because they're gonna cover that whole area there that's getting done. They're tinted, but they're not too tinted. Like, you know, some sunglasses are so dark you can't even like see out of them. These are like just tinted enough that I can wear them inside and outside because I don't want to scare my children. I mean, they all know I'm getting it done, but no one wants to walk around their house and seeing this weird scarred scabby looking mess all over their mother, you know. So I would wear sunglasses like inside. I'm basically going to be wearing these for like almost a month straight, so I wanted them to be extra comfortable as well. And so yeah, so that's what we got. I think those would be perfect. And I want to get some I have some antibacterial wipes. I want to make sure I want to keep them nice and clean since they're going to be around the eyes. So I wanted to show you the vitamins that I got. These are the vitamins for bruising, swelling, and pain. I got these from Amazon. And I believe you take 2 or 3 a day, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why I bought a double pack, because you have to take several of these per day. And then this, I'm not sure what the name of this is either, but it says it supports healthy digestion and joint comfort. And it has something to do with pineapple, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Some sort of enzyme thing. But it's supposed to also be helping with the swelling and the bruising and stuff. So I thought, hey, you know, I think it was maybe $10. You take 1 of these a day. You start taking them like a day or 2 before and start taking them during, you know, and after, you know, until it's healed. But every little bit helps, you know.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay, you guys, this is the day after surgery. I was wanting so badly to film the day of surgery when I got home, but I could not. I could not. So much to tell you guys. Okay, so first off, we were almost a half an hour late. I felt so terrible because I am someone, I always like to be early for everything. And we left really early, but it was pouring down rain and there were several wrecks on the expressway that we were at like a dead stop, like in a traffic jam. And I kept on calling him saying, I am so sorry. We're like, there are so many wrecks and stuff going on. Like I can't get there. I'm getting there as soon as I can. And they were really nice about it. So then I get there. And so what did I do? I took my pill, my Valium. By the way, Valiums, the best thing I've ever had in my life. I'm not one who likes like drugs. I can't do hardcore drugs and stuff because they usually mess up my body and make me vomit, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But Valiums, they made me, I was so in my right state of mind. Like I wasn't loopy or anything. I was just so unbelievably, blissfully happy. Like I couldn't stop smiling. I was just blissfully happy with the Valium. Like I didn't have a care in the world. Like love Valiums. Anyway, so it said on the paperwork, what did it say? It said take 1 Valium the night before surgery, take the second Valium with you to the surgery place and take upon arrival. That's what it told me. Take it with you to the surgery place, take that pill upon arrival. What does that mean to you guys? It means like as soon as we pull in the parking lot, you know, I'm going to take that pill and go in, right? No. Apparently I got scolded for that, you guys. So if anyone out there is doing a surgery like this, just listen to this warning. So apparently you're not supposed to do that. You want to go into the surgery place. They want you to sign all of your waivers and all of the paperwork. They want you to sign that first before you take your Valium, because if not, then you're technically not in your right state of mind. And so signing paperwork, it would be invalid because you're not, you're under the influence technically. But I told her, I was like, I just took it like 5 minutes ago. I promise you, I am in my right state of mind. Let's do this. Let's sign these papers. So I was able to sign the paperwork, thank goodness. So I go into the next room with the nurse, and she's talking about, okay, now did you have anything to eat or drink? And I'm like, no. She's like, what about water? I'm like, yeah, I had water. I thought water was okay. Because it said no food or drinks after midnight. I assumed that meant sodas, coffees, tea, actual food you eat, things like that. But no, that means anything. You can't have any water after midnight, which seems weird. Like you could dehydrate and die. Like what? But anyway, so I told her like, well, I had water. I had lots of water because I wanted to stay hydrated for the surgery. She said, oh my God, that's the most dangerous thing you could possibly do. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? She said that she went into like this scary voice and was like, how much did you take? Exactly. Let me know, how much water did you take from midnight till now? And I'm like, 10 ounces between midnight and now, I guess. I don't know exactly. And she's like, oh my gosh, okay, I've got to consult with the anesthesiologist. We may not be able to do the surgery, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, why? What is going on? And she said that apparently my lungs could fill up with water during the surgery and I could die. I'm like, what? So she consulted with the anesthesiologist. The anesthesiologist said that it was okay, that the amount of water I had, and with my physical having such a good, thumbs up on it, she kind of gave it the green light and said, I think she'll be fine, no issues. But in the back of, see, I wasn't even scared for the surgery. I was nervous and excited, but I wasn't scared until she said that about my lungs filling up with water and suffocating and dying. At that point, I went into panic mode and I'm like shaking really bad. And I'm like, I told the anesthesiologist, I'm like, are you sure I'm not gonna suffocate on my liquids? And she's like, no, you'll be fine. So we went in there. I got the IV in. They gave me the drugs, and I'd never been under Twilight before. I've only been under regular anesthesia. Twilight is different. With Twilight, I was awake and I could hear all the conversations going on around me. It was really cool. And I wanted to be involved in the conversations because I'm a real talkative person, and I like to talk with my hands. So they had to strap my hands down. During the surgery, they had to strap my hands down, put them in handcuffs because I was trying to talk with my hands with them. They were talking, I can't remember all of it because my mind was a little foggy, but I remember one of the conversations was about Hocus Pocus. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love Hocus Pocus. That's a classic, Halloween movie. And that's the only conversation that really sticks out in my mind. But yeah, so it felt like the surgery went by within maybe 20 minutes, but apparently it took like an hour and 45 minutes from what my husband says. But it felt like way quicker. And then they wheeled me out to my husband. And then I waited a few minutes and then we drove home. The drive home was the worst part because then I started to get really nauseous because, like I said, heavy drugs in my system, anesthesia, things like that, I can't handle. I cannot handle. And it makes me very sick and vomity. So the entire way home, I was vomiting, like the Exorcist vomiting. I don't have one to show you, but my husband, he's an EMT, so he had a bunch of vomit bags, and I was just filling up vomit bag after vomit bag of basically there wasn't anything in my belly. It was just the stomach acids coming up. But I could not stop puking. And then I got home and I rested for a while. And then I tried to eat something like really little. It started projectile vomiting again. Every time I threw up, my eyes would start bleeding. So like I looked like a scary like creature from a horror movie with like blood dripping from my eyes and like throwing up. It was crazy. And I was so dizzy. I could not film for you guys. I couldn't do it. But today my stomach is settled some. I was able to eat some crackers and I feel like my stomach is, you know, it's getting back to normal now. And they have some different things. I'll show you some different creams and stuff. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like. And it's very swollen. And I'll tell you the different pain levels of different stuff, but I want to give everyone a fair warning. So what I'm going to do is, for people that are squeamish, I'm going to put a timestamp on here of me showing you my eyes, and then the timestamp you can jump to if you want to bypass this part, because, you know, some people don't like that type of stuff. So I'll put the timestamp here for you guys, give you fair warning. Okay, here we go. This is what it looks like. Ah, spooky, spooky. Let me bring you in a little bit closer here. Now, this eye is the eye that they did the muscle thing on. I will tell you the pain levels. Okay, so the upper eye Blepharoplasty thing, I can't remember how it's pronounced. The upper eye Blepharoplasty, I would give that a, as far as pain level, 1 being the least amount of pain, 10 being the most, I would give the upper Blepharoplasty thing a 3 on the pain scale. The lower Blepharoplasty thing that they did with the laser thing, I would give that a 2. It was a 4 right after surgery, just because it felt like a really bad sunburn. So it was burning really bad. So I would have given it a 4 right after surgery, but that toned it down very quickly and became like a pain level 3. And right now I would say maybe a 2. It's at a 2 right now. Out of 10, you know, so not, you know, not terrible here. And then my muscle thing though, I would give that a 5 out of 10. But a 5 out of 10 the day of surgery, I would give it a 4 out of 10 now. So it was a 5 out of 10 of pain level where they had to reattach the muscle. That was a 5 out of 10. Now it's a 4 out of 10 as far as pain level. So again, it's tolerable. It's tolerable. You know, the only thing I've been taking is some Tylenol every now and then, you know, and then of course my antibiotics. And then they also, if you remember in the first video I made, they also were going to do an extra stitch thing here so that my eyes, you know, have a more up appearance versus like a down appearance. That is probably, I would say, the most painful thing. That is a number 5 on the pain scale. But again, still 5 out of 10. That's still tolerable. But yeah, just that extra stitch there is very, like that's what kind of hurts the most, is that extra little stitch that they did. The worst part, I think, is the tightness and the pressure. So much pressure, you know, from the swollenness. Of course, it's going to be very swollen for a while, you know, as to be expected. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's kind of one of those things where you got to trust the process type of thing. So I will tell you what I need to use right now. And then once we move on to my next update, that will be when I can start washing my face. Like right now I can't wash my face, nothing like that. So when I do my next update, that'd be the products that I'll show you as far as washing my face and that. But right now, these are the products I need to use from post-surgery. The first thing is the Hydro Balm. Hydro Balm. And that is for under my eyes where they did the laser treatment, the Hydro Bond. This stuff is, oh, magic, absolute magic. And then this stuff here, that is for my actual, where the stitches actually are. I put those on my stitches. And then I've got this here is meant for morning time. I just I pat it underneath my eyes where I had that laser surgery thing done. It's this here. And this is like a magical serum, you guys. Like like I can tell it's like a high quality just by the feel of it, like, and how it feels going on. Like, whew. Like, this stuff is magic. Absolutely love it. And I can put this all over my, not just the areas that are infected, but I can put it all over my face. And my face has never felt like more baby soft in my life. And you can put it on your neck too. Like, oh, I love it. Absolutely love this. And then the hydro masks, these masks here, you can put those on as well. You know, just don't get them on your, you know, where the stitches and stuff are. It's mainly for the infected areas down here, but it's like a whole face mask. So I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to put it, you know, my forehead and everywhere. I'm just going to make sure I don't get it on the stitches. And then what else was I going to tell you guys? Oh, also wanted to say that I hope no one ever has to get both of their muscles reattached at the same time, because you can't see anything. Like, out of this eye here where I got my muscle reattached, it's just a blurry mess. It's just a blurry mess. I can't, like, if I cover this up, I can't see you. I can't see, everything is just a blur. Everything is just a big blur. I couldn't imagine having to get both of my eyes done that way. I would be legally blind. I wouldn't be able to see anything. But this one was just the, you know, just the upper and the lower thing. And so it wasn't nothing to do with reattaching my muscle. So with this eye, I can see like clear as day. Thank goodness. So yes, for those of you who are wondering if I can see, yes, if you're just getting the regular work done, you can absolutely see out of your eyes. It's just when you're getting the muscle reattached, that's a little blurry. Because they told me they were going to be putting a contact lens in there. And I assume it's in there. I don't know. I can't feel it. But I can't really lift my eye open enough to see it either. So I assume it's in there somewhere. And then I've been just wearing these glasses, you know, because, like, you know, my kids are here. I don't want to, you know, walk around. You know, they're trying to eat their breakfast. No one wants to have their mom walk in with drippy, you know, stitches everywhere, you know. I know I would want that. So I've been just keeping these on 24/7. I've been wearing these to bed as well, just in case, because I sleep with my puppies. So just in case that one of their tails like flaps in my face or something, it won't touch my eye. Also, in the middle of the night, if I happen to get an itch and want to scratch, you know, this will kind of stop it and be like, oh, wait a second, I can't itch my face. So yeah, oh, I did want to show you. So the day of surgery, you know what came in? I'm so excited, you guys. The Milk Bar birthday cake stuff. Ah, so excited. But I haven't smelt it yet, because the thought of smelling anything at this moment in time makes me want to vomit. So I'm saving it. And when the time is right, I will smell it. I'm sure it's amazing. But for right now, the thought of smelling like literally nothing. I don't want to smell nothing. I want to smell nothing. Everything makes my stomach churn. But yeah, so I guess that's it for now. Like I said, I will keep you up to, once it's time, I'll do another update of what I'm supposed to do, what the next steps I'm supposed to take are. And I've been documenting the whole thing as far as taking, every day I take a picture. So at the very end, I want to do like a flip book type of thing where it does like a fast little flip book from beginning to end on like the whole progression, which is going to be really cool. But yeah, so this is the update so far. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me and experiencing this with me. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.